Buy one, get one free. It's a sales pitch that's worked for hundreds of years, and that's something Mazda is trying with the new MX-5 RF, a car that fills the role of a convertible and as a coupe.
Priced from $38,550 plus on-road costs, the MX-5 RF requires a $3,700 premium over the equivalent Roadster. You'll also pay another $2,000 for an automatic transmission, or just over $5,000 more for a GT version with leather trim and a Bose stereo.
The regular MX-5 is available with a choice of 1.5 or 2 litre engines, both with 4 cylinders. But that's not the case in the RF, which is restricted to the more powerful engine, a 2 litre motor that makes 118 kilowatts and 200 newton meters. Now those aren't particularly spectacular numbers, but then again, that's okay because this is a very, very light car. The MX-5 RF weighs not much more than 1,000 kilos and only 45 kilos more than the regular MX-5, which is pretty impressive given all the infrastructure we've got going on here. As in the regular MX-5, this is a willing little engine and it's made it to one of the sweetest manual transmissions on the road. It's an absolute delight, and it's no surprise to find that most Mazda MX-5 buyers choose to go with the manual transmission, and if you're considering this car, you should absolutely be in that camp. It is an absolute honey to drive, and while the automatic is not bad, the manual is definitely the right choice. This hardtop roof really does transform the MX-5 driving experience. It makes you feel more solid and secure in the car, but it also lends a little bit of claustrophobia. I have to say that Mazda is wrong when they say the RF has car-like insulation and soundproofing. It really doesn't. This is a noisy automobile and you really don't feel like you're in a regular car. Sure, it's not too bad with the roof up, but then again, it's really not as quiet as a coupe like a Toyota 86. You do feel that there are compromises.
It's a focused space with precious little storage room and not a whole lot of space for tall or large occupants. People over 6 foot might not be happy with the unforgiving nature of that new roof. That said, there is some more sound insulation to help make it more livable. And a premium black roof option on the GT features terracotta coloured leather that really lifts the ambience of Mazda's convertible for an extra $1,000.
Out on the open road, the RF is an absolute pleasure to drive. It retains the Roadster's balance. It's got this pure steering, this lovely suspension feedback, and it's just generally a beautiful car to drive when you get out into the countryside. This car is in its element right now, cruising in this beautiful landscape in the Walgan Valley, where this vehicle is really at home. So the MX-5 RF, or Retractable Fastback, is all about this, a folding metal roof that transforms the MX-5 experience. The regular car is fitted with a manually operated soft top, whereas this car has a folding metal roof that makes it a much more practical proposition. Immediately, this doesn't feel quite as open as an MX-5 convertible, and that's because of all the structure that's going on behind me here. You can sense that it's there, you see it in your peripheral vision, and it gives you more protection from the wind as well. Probably not a bad thing. What I will say though is that the RF has more wind noise than the conventional convertible. Chiefly around these buttresses behind the driver and passenger's head, you can feel the way the wind swirls and carries on there. It does buffer just a little bit more than the conventional convertible, something that I wasn't expecting to find in this car. After a little while, you can become accustomed to its quirks and you feel at home in this coupe convertible environment. This really is a pleasant place to be.
The RF retains the Roadster's driving appeal while giving you a little more safety and security. It doesn't feel markedly different from the classic convertible on the road, and that's the result of a concerted effort involving new suspension and underbody bracing that's intended to give it the same feel as the regular Roadster.
So, to the original question, is this 2 cars in one? Well, the answer is yes and no. It's not a perfect coupe and it's not a perfect convertible, but it is a very convincing example of the best of both worlds, and it takes the MX-5 to a new place. The MX-5 is a very impressive and complete car, one that deserves to be a hit with Australian drivers.
The new Mazda MX-5 RF is on sale now.